If you guys remember in the last video, we did the Dundon Inconel center muffler delete. That was essentially a megaphone, but I still had the street headers that have cats in them. So today, for whatever reason, we're gonna take this setup. This sounds absolutely perfect and make it even louder. I think it could possibly sound. This car brings such massive, insane smiles to my face. It's got the perfect... I shouldn't change it. I really shouldn't change anything. But it's the idea of not knowing how it could sound. Apparently, putting the test pipes on is probably gonna make it like twice as loud. I'm probably gonna hate it. I'm probably going to end up switching back to this. But when I did the center muffler delete, I thought I was gonna switch back to the old muffler, and that's definitely not happening, so we'll see. It's probably gonna be really ignorant. So we got the package from Dundon. They are sending me replacement cats. If you don't remember, the whole reason why I was gonna do this, my cats were going bad, so I was gonna replace them. But they have these test pipes that I can pop in. So pretty nifty. Look at that. I'm excited.
Those are tight.
Because the Florida roads are very nice, I actually don't have to use the axle lift very often when I'm going in parking lots and stuff. But I will say for putting it on the lift, it's very convenient because I'll just pop it up and I can get the post right under. I don't even need to jack it up or anything. If you aren't familiar with axle lift, basically the Porsches and a lot of other exotic cars will have a system that lets you press a button and it'll lift the front end up like 1.5 to 2 inches. Yet again, another super easy job where we don't need to remove the bumper, don't even remove the wheels. Should just pop right out. From this side, got 2 V-bands and a bracket, and that's it. No 2s, of course. All right, one is about to come out. How tight is it gonna be up in here? Come on, I know it'll come. All right. That's the noise we were hearing. Hear that? So we do have new cats coming, but in the meantime, we're gonna try to delete them. So now the only real difference from my system to race headers is just the fact that I have this little section that goes up and around that's usually used for the area where the cats go, where the true race headers would just, rather than be going up, they would just come right out here to the muffler. So it's hard to say how much this will affect sound or power or anything, but essentially is the full race system now. I'll go ahead and say roughly 45 minutes and I was able to swap out the cats for the test pipes. Pretty quick, everything's all good. I just got to zip tie some O2 sensors so they don't get close to anything. Tips are still in the perfect location. Nice easy swap. So when I hate how obnoxiously loud it is, I can just swap them back in tomorrow. While I'm doing this, Johan stopped by to help fit up that new intercooler. What do you think? You think she's gonna fit?
Hopefully.
She's a big boy.
Yep.
It's made for 32 GTR, so I'm hoping it'll be close.
Yeah, we'll have to...
Whatever we gotta trim though, I don't mind.
Yeah, we'll have to trim the bumper support.
It was already trimmed a little bit for the other one, right?
Yeah, so just slightly more so you don't have to touch this bracket for the AC condenser dryer, air dryer thing.
And the end tanks might be a little bit of a problem next to that oil cooler down in there.
Yeah. So
that might be where some fancy stuff is needed. It almost seems like one thing that would be smart would be to actually weld an elbow that goes on here and then just have the coupler behind here, so the coupler isn't like right here.
Right there. Yeah.
So we'll see. All right, it's about time to start it. One thing that I do need to mention as well that was kind of part of the reason why I didn't go catless in the very beginning, these cars do create a bunch of soot, and because of the way that the arrow is on the car, it just covers the whole rear end in black stuff. I know that was a big reason why Matt didn't do it on his white car. Although, did he end up going catless? I don't even remember. So that's probably gonna be an annoying thing, but I don't think this catless setup is gonna last very long. Schulman's scared. He's scared at me too loud. All right, I'm gonna start it on the lift just to check for any sort of leaks or anything. I find it hard to believe. They said 2 times louder than you think. I don't know if that's possible.
I'm already holding my ears already, so.
Technically, it could be like, it like could technically be over.
Is that bad?
Dude, it's loud.
I mean, technically speaking, this would be straight pipe or almost open headers.
Oh man.
Yeah. So.
All right.
It's not as refined. It's a little bit more like trucky. I'm gonna let it warm up for a little bit, and then I'll give it a couple revs. It still quiets down a decent amount too.
Good Lord. Yep.
Already from the get-go, I think it sounds a lot better with the cats. They kind of got rid of some of the weird points of resonance and stuff. Now the sound doesn't sound as refined. It kind of sounds a little bit messy. I'm gonna do the same flybys that we did the other night, and we'll be able to tell from there. I don't think I'm gonna keep it for that long, but it's good to know what it could tell, you know? I'm gonna wait. Well, I mean, I guess we could do it now if there's not a lot of people on there. It's got a weird kind of like rasp on diesel now that it didn't have before. I feel like we're gonna get in trouble, so I'm not gonna do too many like last time, but I'll do a couple.
Right.
That's like going to VIR
Yeah.
and just standing outside the hotel.
There's no-
you hear all
yeah.
the cars rip. Dude, like no kidding. You go to VIR, like you see them rip through the
Yeah.
track. Pretty much.
Oh my
this is all
God.
you hear.
It's so loud.
Dude.
It's a bit much for me now.
Holy moly.
Good out here.
It sounds,
No, it sounds good out here.
it's just a little bit too messy.
Yeah.
Like, the sound of diesel before sounds so smooth and refined because the cats just got rid of all the weird, just like, I don't know, with exhaust notes, there's the right notes and there's the wrong notes. Now it sounds good, but it's loud and there's mess to the noise. Before, not so much mess. So we'll run this for a few days, piss off everyone, and then we'll go back to the cats since we have them. It also stinks now too. It's a very smelly catless car. Some cars you don't smell that much. This one stinks. I can't wait for the cats to come back. And the cops. They're coming, dude.
Yep, you gotta go. You gotta go. You gotta go. Oh my God. Oh my God. I'm kidding.
So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to actually not overlay, but play the two clips back to back since I did almost the exact same pulls without cats and with cats, and you'll hear what I'm talking about. The actual high pitch note under full throttle doesn't really change much, but the rasp on D-cell changes a ton. I'm not a fan of how now it kind of just sounds messy and like a lot of, I don't know, the ugly sound that you get out of a lot of V6 cars, like a V6 Mustang or a VQ. A lot of times you'll get that ugly, weird rasp on D-cell. So we don't like that. We're gonna put cats back in probably in the next couple days, and I'll try to bear it for now.
My God.
That's a comparison of the old intercooler to the new one. Almost twice the size core. So this car with the tiny turbo gets really, really high IATs. So hopefully that'll help a bit with it. The E36 isn't completely stripped out yet. There's still some stuff that's gonna come out, like little modules, some wiring stuff's gonna be removed. But most of the sound deadening is out. Carpet and foams and everything. And I had Matt save them in trash cans, that way we could weigh them. Just to give you guys a rough idea of if it would be worth stripping out the sound deadening and carpet out of your car. I don't know if we're talking 30 pounds or if we're talking over 100 pounds. Any bets, Matt? What do you think? All that junk.
Just sound deadening and carpet? That's it?
Yeah, I say, well, with those random trim pieces and stuff too. I say 130 pounds.
Yeah, I agree. Around there.
Now, what did an empty trash can weigh so we can subtract that out?
Pounds.
7?
Yep.
Okay. First bin, lots of carpet, some sound deadening, and we have 66.4 pounds. So that means about 60 pounds was saved right here.
That's a lot.
Not as much as I thought, but I don't know how much do you think is in the other trash can?
With the other carpet too? I'd say about almost the same.
Yeah? It'd be sick if we took out over 100 pounds.
Yeah. Okay.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Fun fact, just the seat backs are 32.9 pounds alone. So we're almost over the 100-pound threshold with just those. Obviously we could weigh the front seats too, but I'm not worried about weighing the front seats since we are going to be replacing those with other seats. I'm sure those save quite a bit of weight though. Subtract 7, and now we have about 67 pounds saved out of this one. So we did pull out, what is that, about 120 pounds?
Yeah.
I forgot what the first one was. So not too bad. I do want to try to maybe cut some more stuff out of the car. Like I said, my goal is to get the car, I don't know what I told you in the last video, if it was under 2,700 or something, but just have it not be slow. I want a fast car. So I figured the Porsche exhaust video would be an appropriate time to include this clip. Shulman, everyone's been waiting in anticipation to see what's inside this box.
I was not going to tell you about it, and you found it. I got a screenshot, and I said, oh man, he actually did it.
Yep.
So.
We were having a conversation, and it was in one of the Obsessed Garage Facebook like groups. Someone had posted it, and I forget what I said. I was like, "Oh, James is gonna wonder where all the Amex points went." So, all right, can you hold the camera while I open up?
Here we go.
What's in this box? It's nice tape, Shulman.
Is it?
Look, it's red.
Oh.
So you know it's an expensive toy.
A little thick.
Ever seen red tape, dude? Our tape's brown.
Oh yeah? Are we that cheap?
All right, we've got a Porsche exhaust.
That was kind of cool.
Yeah. I'm into this box.
This is a weird like exhaust boxing.
Okay. We got an exhaust with cables,
All right.
power cables. We've got a remote control for our exhaust. You ready for this one?
Yeah. Okay.
Look.
So turn the volume up, right?
Yeah. So I think that. I mean, I guess this is magnesium.
Yeah.
Feel it.
Jesus Christ, yeah, that's fucking heavy.
Why are you acting so weird?
I don't know. Why are you acting weird?
I'm not acting weird.
Jeez.
Okay, that's pretty tight. What's up with the scratches though? Out here it's quite warm, but in our office it was an ice box, so I was wearing one of our parkas. Make sure you get a parka before winter's over because we don't restock these. They're great. People that have them love them. I appreciate you guys that comment and talk about how awesome you think our parkas are. They're sweet. LZMFG.com. Now, back to opening Porsche exhaust. Let me move my actual Porsche exhaust out of the way. So, what this is actually a Bluetooth speaker made out of a 911 exhaust. Okay, those tips are pretty. Yo, do you think I could put my tie tips for my old exhaust on this?
Probably.
That would be sick.
Probably could do that.
I have no idea how this is gonna sound.
Oh, look at that.
Full disclaimer, this was like so absurdly expensive. It doesn't make any sense. I shouldn't have purchased this, but I was able to justify it because we had a lot of Amex points. So it's not real money. And I wanted a good Bluetooth speaker for my house. And I wanted more decorations for my house. So this kind of fit the bill for everything.
Yeah, that's so cool.
I'm excited to see what it sounds like. It is kind of like, it's a bummer though that it is scratch. I mean, I guess.
I mean, it's kind of cool. It's like the raw kind of. It's an exhaust. I mean, I get it, but it's kind of cool.
I mean, they might all kind of. I guess it is just kind of like
them welds though. You know, the MIG welds. You know,
marks and stuff. Dude, it would actually be really tight if the exhaust didn't have anything to do with the speaker. I think it does, but if it didn't, and that we could swap this for like my Dundon one, or the actual titanium one off my car, that would be really cool. But it looks like it's like built into the base, so we wouldn't be able to do that. I'm curious what it's gonna sound like though.
It better be good.
I mean, so the way that I look at it, you're obviously paying quite a bit for the muffler because this is probably a somewhat expensive piece from Porsche. I would think that the speaker would have the quality of maybe a $1,000 Bluetooth speaker, 500 to 1,000. That's my theory. It feels heavy. All right, we should go test it out. What do you think? Do you approve of the sound quality?
It sounds sick. It sounds really good.
It's not super loud, but it definitely has.
Super clear.
Yeah, it is very clear.
It's nice.
The bass is decent for what it is.
Yeah, it's like perfect. Not
Like-
too much, not too little. It's like right there.
I've heard a lot of 911 exhaust, and like this one definitely like plays good music.
Best
Mm-hmm.
tone for sure.
You know, it'd be really funny to play like actual like sound clip from a 911 on it.
I would do it. You should do it.
It would suck that it doesn't. It would be so cool if it just had a button that just like played 911 sound like when it starts. Be neat.
That's insane.
Shulman, you're in my exhaust.
It's like literally the best thing I've heard.
All right, I guess we'll do some more Porsche exhaust stuff. We've got another box from the homies at Dundon. And in this box we have some new high flow cats. So we can get the sound back sounding good. Always really cool. Looking at their fab work, their welds are always very, very nice. The tolerances are really good and everything fits up super, super nice. So having a modular system where we've been able to play around swapping so much stuff with no sort of fitment issues has been awesome. Even though this video has been mostly Porsche stuff, I'm gonna give you guys a quick update on the Chaser because this is going to be getting retuned tomorrow. Alberto just started taking a look at the fueling stuff. Why did you decide not to do the bulkhead like we originally planned?
Well, I didn't want to do the bulkhead because the size of the line is going to be pretty much the same as the one that's coming out of here. So it's just a little bit longer section, maybe like 1.5 feet of line with that size versus making that extra foot -6. But still, it's the same orifice size coming out of the pump anyway, so maybe adding an extra foot doesn't really do much of a difference.
My thing was, Alberto was like, oh, we'll just do the relay so we can make sure the pump's getting the proper voltage, but I don't want to do that and then have the problem still be the actual fuel line being too small. So before he went and did that, I just had him do a quick test with the voltmeter, and when you test it, with the car running, let's do this. I don't know if you guys will be able to hear it, but I'm gonna zoom in. 1 second. So you can hear the pump. It's not the loudest thing in the world, but it's getting about 11.7 volts, which, you know, isn't that crazy? But then since it's a power probe, you can send voltage directly from the battery, which will be closer to like 12.8 volts, and listen to the difference in the pump sound. It goes from wee to wee. That can make a very drastic difference with flow, especially with a pump like that.
Yeah.
So, is it safe to say that there could be 100 horsepower lost because of 1 volt?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, if you want to use it like that, sure. But like we're dropping pressure once it starves the engine out of fuel because it's demanding X amount of volume and it's not being supplied because the voltage of the pump is too low.
So, doing a relay to that, which will basically take the factory signal wire, and then that'll tell a relay to click on that has direct power from a full voltage source. Will basically get rid of that issue completely. So, all right.
Yep, let's do it.
For round 3, I would say I'm a seasoned expert now at removing Porsche exhaust. So if you guys need me to work on your Porsche, hit me up. Naval's here helping too, so let's go extra fast. V-bands, I hate reusing the gaskets all the time, but it should be all right. All right, so we have cats again. All you environmentalists can thank me in the description. That makes no sense, but anyway, we're back and ready to rip. Alright, we got got her. What do you think? Sounds better now?
She's good. Yeah.
Your turn to give her for a rip.
We'll see. Yeah.
Have fun.
I'll be gentle.
$9 grand or bust.
No. We don't have space.
I got to be behind the Porsche for the first time ever, and it sounds wild. What'd you think? Do you like it?
I love it.
Dude, it sounded so wild from behind you, and you like ripping up the road coming to the warehouse. It sounds crazy when you're in front of the car.
Oh my god. I don't know how to explain how it makes you feel.
Dude, I was gonna try to keep up with you at the light, but it took me like
I saw you
it took
turn,
me
I was like-
well, it took me 3 seconds just to let the clutch out without stalling.
Oh my. I was like, where's he going? But it's something else. It's so you like when you hit it, you feel it like kind of shimmy and then go, but it's
It's not the fastest, but it is at the same time. Like it's so controlled.
for it being NA,
Yeah.
it's fast.
I will say, I think I enjoy the power band of the Mustang more. The Mustang feels
No,
like
you can't. I don't know. You can't compare.
no, this car's way better and it sounds way cooler, but the Mustang, man, I was driving that yesterday and the torque that thing makes,
Yeah.
and just like a nice downshift in the Mustang, like from like 6th into like 4th on the highway and then just matting it down.
Yeah.
The power feels like explosive, where this is just so refined that you don't feel it as much, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know. But it sounds so good.
It's amazing. I forgot to turn the AC off.
All right, while I was getting the AC charged on the Skyline, Alberto finished up this thing. All right, how are we looking for volts now?
Check out my nice install though, it's clean.
Is it gonna be hard to change the relay though, if we need to?
No,
Or-
it's just Phillips.
Oh, okay,
right
yeah, I didn't
here.
think about that.
So
How are we looking now? 13 volts, that's what we want to see. That should do it. Like I said, tomorrow, both the tune and the Skyline is gonna get cleaned up, and the Chaser is gonna get the tune dialed in now that we've got proper voltage to the fuel pump. It's funny too, because I know I've mentioned in plenty of videos about the whole S13 S chassis thing with adding a relay to make sure the fuel pump gets the proper voltage. And of course I make that same mistake. I just didn't know that that was a thing on the JZX chassis. But I guess with all cars, it's not a bad idea to make sure you get proper voltage if you're trying to make some serious power. I am very curious to see how this thing's going to be compared to this thing. Similar turbo setups that both flow out around 600 wheel. We got a stock 1J, and then this thing is a crazy complicated built RB25, and I have a feeling we're gonna have very similar results. So very different but very similar cars. Be cool if I had all the same wheels on this one. It looked funny. All right, gentlemen, let's do this. I can't see anything, bro. This thing's officially going on the lift for like the first time. You want to see something sick?
Extra
You
low
want to see
low.
something sick?
Sure.
Watch this. Oh, hey!
Oh.
Easiest way to get out of the trailer.
Hey, you know, you did the drift thing like outside the window. Now you gotta do it outside the sunroof.
Bet, bro. Freaking bet, bro.
God dang it.
Success.
I know this video was all over the place. I apologize for it. I hope you still enjoyed it. I've been doing my best, even though I've really only been uploading every other day to still film throughout the days. I will say, from here on out, we've got so much crazy stuff going on. Like I said, tomorrow we're finally getting the Chaser max power. We're gonna max out on the dyno. This thing is gonna get retuned. We'll be able to stack them up against each other, which should be fun. And then we're going full bore ahead on the E36 project. So once again, thank you guys so much for watching. If you did like that parka jacket, make sure you check out lzmfg.com. Get some more exciting stuff tomorrow. We're actually looking at a new shop. I don't want to show you guys yet because I don't want to get excited if the deal isn't gonna actually happen, but this is like the next level. So I don't know what's gonna happen, but there's good things in the horizon, and because of this every other day upload thing, it's giving me a lot more time to focus on stuff like looking at new shops and living life more like a normal human being. So I appreciate you guys having patience with me. Mike is probably gonna come down to Florida in a couple weeks. actually maybe even sooner than that, and he's gonna help film some stuff so we can hopefully get more regular uploads and get a little bit better production quality, and I can still focus on all the other stuff. But for now, hope you've enjoyed my terrible vlogs. I'll try not to hold it sideways too much, but I will see you guys tomorrow.